Leute und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge des Gamers Guide. Und heute spreche ich mit unserem E-Sports Mental Coach Edgar Cekera darüber, welche Skills Gaming schult und welchen positiven Effekt sie auf euer Leben haben können. Neugierig? Dann bleibt dran. What's the red shell? Oh, how do I am? Oh, to win through unfair action. Blue shells. Really don't like this game. But well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Melly, and with me is Edgar Cekera, mental coach from PsychCheck. And today we're going to talk about if gaming can help your normal life. And Edgar, something that I have been confronted with in my time as an active gamer was, stop playing games, you're just wasting your time. Is that true?
Like anything, there's always a good bit of whatever you're doing, right? So moderation is key, as always. So, you see all this research and all these people saying, oh, you can't be gaming for so long and so forth. And obviously excess gaming isn't the best thing to do, but knowing how much to do it can actually lead to certain benefits too. So one benefit could be working as a team, right? You're communicating with different people, you're learning social skills, you actually know how to interact with other people too. And then you can move that into, let's say, friendship groups or new circles or with your job as well when you're in a new environment and all that kind of stuff.
Or in school, like I remember when we had to do project work that I was always one like orchestrating the team, splitting up the roles and everything. Does it have to do with my gaming background?
Yeah, I mean, definitely leadership and knowing your roles helps. Because you think about, like, let's say with Dota, right? Each person has a different role within it and you need to know what your role is. What's the consequence of not doing my role? How do I evaluate it? And then what happens, obviously, if I don't do my role, and how do I know I'm doing it properly? Then you can transfer that, knowing how important it is. And then, let's say as a leader, you'll be like, okay, your role's this, your role's that, your role's this, and it helps you organize people in that way. So that can transfer, but there's definitely more research as well that's needed in that. But yeah, gaming can help in that way.
And I think it can also change the way of how you approach problems.
Yeah, definitely. So, there's the research as well actually looked at whether playing a game like Portal 2 had an impact on problem solving. So they found that, Portal 2 compared to this other, like, let's say Brain Trainer, actually helped with, persistence, like actually doing the game longer and also solving problems as well. So to emphasize that, I got a little game
A snake.
here. A little snake.
A snaky snake.
So in this one, what you have to do, you have to try and make that into a square. We'll give you 10 seconds to try it out to see how far you go.
Okay.
And then it'll make sense as well. So imagine you being a gamer.
Yeah.
What it basically is saying is that gamers would be more able to solve the problem, or even if it's harder, do it for longer. Have that motivation just to keep on going. So that is basically the point being made for that. So you can imagine that with other gamers or people that don't play games, they might get really frustrated easily enough. And if you've played games anyway, you know that not every level is easy.
No.
I'm pretty sure people would know, that when you play games, it's never the easiest thing to do. How they deal with problems is they figure out what's the general rule. So you see it as, let's say, a whole, right? You think, okay, this is how certain things move, and how do I apply it in a new way that helps solve the problem? So that's what basically problem solving is. And even going further, talk about people who, engineers or people who work in sciences and maths. A skill is being able to visually, in your head, like mentally rotate certain images and see what that looks like as well. So it can transfer to people who work in, engineering, people who work within, like, obviously maths, space, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. I don't think that we have enough time for me solving this puzzle. Just put it that way, it almost looks like a cube. So we're almost good. Something else I've noticed is, of course I learned my basic English skills in school, but I improved my English skills by playing with international players.
Yeah, and it's like, you get this experience, right, of being able to apply what you know in the game, really practice it, and then see how you can better use it in the real world as well. And basically the concept is, practice makes perfect. So even in other skills, right, the more you practice it, the more you kind of perfect it and use it. So that goes with different games, it could be strategic games, role-playing games, simulations and all of that, and that can help you develop certain skills in certain areas.
That's really interesting. Edgar, thank you so much for your time. And guys, I hope you learned something, and just let us know how you liked the video, and I hope to see you again. Bye.